I'm watching comedy on Netflix. I'm watching this guy Louis C.K. who's the hottest thing going. Two of those. He has a show called Louis. Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't seen the show. Really? It's a comedy. Parts of it is act intertwined with fictional stuff. Yeah. So top of San Francisco. What do you got going on? You want to do 5 minutes? I like to do 5 minutes. Oh, you want to sign out? Oh, yeah. We get to the stage. We're in the signing mode. He's wandering around, kind of already hungry with anger. As soon as I get here, it's settled. Even if it's a little before 7. What? He does it. He does it. Some people can do that. So now I figure I'm going to loosen up.
Louis C.K. He goes on stage or
Louis C.K.
He just goes up and reads for 5 minutes.
That's the fictional element. I think it's set in a place where the comedy style. He does his thing, and then it'll be filmed in action, story thing. It's supported with the actor. So it's just cute.
We should get Kevin over here. Kevin will do he can do his stand up now.
Binders the phone.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember that. And everybody talking binders and they're thinking
Mired in tradition.
various stuff. Binders up there. Well, kill it for you.
I feel like you'd be on the beach. Everyone has their seats.
We're talking about Stephanie. Trains don't always arrive on time.
Yeah, and the traffic was really like crappy too. So, yeah, it was like really crappy. Yeah, exactly.
So, do you have reading glasses that goes with reading glasses? Okay. Well, I'll get them back when I'm ready.
You've been watching my video.
And when I'm ready. I have my sister with reading
Were they paying
glasses.
attention to us?
I have a store in Chinatown that sells them for $1.50 a pair. And every few months I go in with $5 and get some more. And then when I lost them all, then I go down and take the $5 and go back.
Last weekend.
And then finally I find them all in a box somewhere.
I'm on your page. Okay, I know where I'm.
Wait a minute, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Recognize that they were doing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd call it to order. Order in the court, order in the court, order in the house. Disorder, of course. Have you signed in? Are you going to read?
I'm not going to read. I am going to
Exude your presence.
receive a lot.
Then
I'm going
receive.
to like get.
All right.
Well, audiences have to sign on that way.
Yeah,
Do we really?
yeah, and then we bill you. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention, please. Give yourself a round of applause for showing up here on our wonderful Wednesday evening. Give yourself a good round. We're going to have a nice evening tonight. I want to welcome you to Sacred Grounds, the longest running poetry open mic in the same time, same place. 42 years, every Wednesday night here, except sometimes during Christmas time and around there, we don't do it. Anyway, I'm your host, Daniel Brady. I hope to enjoy yourself and you would enjoy me. We have a Facebook group, and that's where we keep some updates. But I also have a mailing list, an emailing list that I'm beginning to collect and send out. So if you want to find out what we're doing, you can always send me, let me know your email address. And I will not be sending hundreds of emails out, maybe 1 or 2 a month, something like that. Tonight's features. Gary Turchin and Ron Jones, will you please give the Queen's waves? Well, they're right there. They were there during that one. So they are wonderful poets. I will say a little bit more about them later. besides them just being good. I am going to be the keynote. We didn't get a keynote from last week, so I'll be presenting a brief poem at the beginning of the reading. And that's me. Mr. Natural, the original and real honest to God Mr. Natural, came in and set up the camera so we were streaming live. Sometimes it goes offline, sometimes it goes on and off and on and off and off. And you'll see him come back in and fix it because I don't know why. They say the strangest thing happened in this neighborhood. We have fabulous prizes. Now the way that works is when you sign in, you sign next to a number. And at the end of the evening, I shuffle these cards with numbers and identify the names to which they belong. And you may go home with one of these fabulous prizes. Myths, Dreams, and Mysteries by Mircea Eliade. I don't know how to say that. I've not read this book. So someone said, "Oh, it's a really great book." I said, "Okay, I'll give it away." The Pinwheel Turns a Kiss, matched with in the image of sky, Bob Dewhurst's book, who said he would be here today. Wait a minute, I gotta take this out. So if he comes and you choose this book and he's here, he will sign it for you. It's a live poet. If you think our politics are messed up, just think about The Prince by Machiavelli. And here it is. You can learn a little bit about how they do it. And I'm not talking about how they do it, but you know what I mean. There's poetry. This does not have Alexander Pope in it. However, there are other people of worthy to note. Sally Love Saunders gave this to me last week when she was the feature. This is her book, and she is here. She will sign. Where is Sally? Sally. So if you choose this, she will actually sign it for you. A couple of wildlife and nature magazines by Stephanie Manning. She is a little bit late, but she's usually here. So this is from her. And you too can be the mini feature. The mini feature comes on after the break. After the feature, then there's a break. And then if you open my book, the mini feature gets about 8+ minutes in the second half. And the keynote is the person who, like me, will get up in front of you and read somebody else's poem as a kind of an introduction to the evening. So these are also prizes which are there. Without further ado or malice of forethought, I have borrowed your glasses.
You can see further now.
I can see clearly now. So this is a book I picked up for 25 cents. Favorite Poems of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, with an introduction by Henry Seidel Canby, illustrated by Edward A. Wilson by Doubleday, and this was printed in 1947. Now I just lost the poem I was going to read. But this is a famous poem, you'll remember it. The Children's Hour. Between the dark and daylight, when the night is beginning to lower, comes a pause in the day's occupation that is known as the Children's Hour. I hear in the chamber above me the patter of little feet, the sound of a door that is open, and voices soft and sweet. From my study I see in the lamplight descending the broad hall stair, grave Alice, laughing Allegra, and Edith with golden hair. A whisper, then a silence, yet I know by their merry eyes they are plotting and planning together to take me by surprise. A rush from the stairway, a sudden raid from the hall. By 3 doors left unguarded, they enter my castle wall. They climb up into my turret, or the arms and back of my chair. If I try to escape, they surround me. They seem to be everywhere. They almost devour me with kisses, their arms about me entwined, till I think of the Bishop of Bingen in his Mount's Tower on the Rhine. Do you think, old blue-eyed banditti, because you have scaled the wall, such an old mustache as I am is not a match for you all? I have you fast in my fortress and will not let you depart, but put you down in the dungeon in the round tower of my heart. And there I will keep you forever, yes, forever and a day, till the walls shall crumble to ruin and molder in dust away. I think that's it. I thought it went wrong with that. Wait a minute, 301? No, that is it. I thought it had a different. I thought it went back to the beginning paragraph. Anyway, the Children's Hour. Sorry about the non-rehearsed nature. Henry, this is not one of the prizes. I just wanted to know. So, usually the keynote will read something that has to do with the theme, but it didn't have a theme, so I figured I could pick anything I wanted. The children's hour, they can read words with the fiddle. And now, without further ado or a don't, did anybody not sign up who wanted to sign up? Just want to make sure.
Kind of trying to keep it out to the end.
Okay.
She's bringing someone.
All right, so let me read off the order. We have Ricardo, then Bill, then Matt, Owen, it looks like Richard. Richard.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. Exactly, and then Kennard, then Clyde, then me, then Cesar. I'm glad we have that. So, we don't have a timer, so I'll be watching the clock. So we have 5 minutes. So if you hear me say something like, then you'll know probably you gotta like wrap it. I won't be rude. The only time I interrupt the reader usually is if they're going like way beyond whatever, or if someone is disturbing the audience to the extent that they can't hear the person who asked the person to stop, so someone can be told to be quiet and the person. So usually I don't interrupt, except for that. Oh, and if you're into poetry, this is the What Poets one-page guide to the open mic scene in San Francisco. On this side it has like the days of the week and first, second, third, fourth, Tuesdays or Mondays, whatever. And on the back are the websites, phone numbers, addresses, and so take these when you have a chance to when you come up after the break. And for right now, we begin with Ricardo, then Bill. So Ricardo, bring him up.
I'm up next.
I know, I'll give it to you. So give him a nice round of applause. He's introducing us to this.
Hi, Caroline. Hi, Diamond. The great, there seems like a few people create everything when it comes to fashion. Everything. Doesn't matter which house it is, it's always Karl Lagerfeld. He has designed everything his entire life. Before, and I talked to our Red Revolutionary sister Natasha, she said she's heard him through the spirit. He's one of those very, very few that, for example, Charles Bukowski in poetry, Francis Ford Coppola in movies, and Karl Lagerfeld is that unique spirit fashion. And he threw something at me one time. Wide tie. Lagerfeld's